this is just some music that Spirit led me to put to dots. So bear with, and I don't know, they say that there's supposed to be healing tones and sounds that come with it. So I'm just trusting that. They had me title it My Song, Flowing Rivers. Now the fairies are making me laugh. All right, so let's check it out. Voila. So yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting because they had me doing like things I don't think you normally do with when you're playing the flute, is like sliding your hand back and forth. So I don't know. But they just guided me to hear the sound and focus on the breath, and hopefully you feel something from that. And otherwise, they always give me light language. So I guess that's going to be what I'll share next. And then if Susan, if you have any light language, and then I'll go ahead and connect in, and we'll see who wants to come through to be channeled. Tu kuhuyanara e te kruira nata I kruira ta I kriamana akahiro noera e te kahamana e te Atakinho no roro te kruira tata kruira nana e te kruira tata kruira tata uyanana e te atakaruira namana e te. Yes, sounds are frequency, frequencies are sound, whether it's coming from an instrument, whether it's coming from a voice, whether it's coming from words that you understand or sounds you do not. The frequency is what is being transmitted and transmade. These particular tones are currently needed to support and sustain those that are tuned in at this time. And that is a slight pun on the word tuned in, as if you are working on your own frequency, raising it to the vibration of ascension, then you will understand this in a more in-depth level than simply the word and the emphasis of it. We invite you to listen, to connect, to listen and connect on both those realms, because these tonings, frequencies, come in at a different plane. You may be more thinking of it as frequency dimensionalities, but it's within your own plane at different levels. And this is our message to you regarding the toning and the sounds. We are the Arcturians. Thank you for listening. Okay.
Oh, that was awesome.
Go.
Okay, I'll go next. Tosikaya toetia huia sikia o sikatartia totokia o sikitia hukia toya hia hosia kuko sia kukia itoya itokotia hiatia iskoitia ito hia hiko ikio hiazio kotaya itokoya ia sia koetia huia hitia Hosiai, Koko, Yatia, Ho, Sikiai, Yazia Kia, Ho, Yahia, Ho, Yahitia, O Sikatu, Yai, Hia Sikiai, O Sikiai, Sikiai, Hoitia, O Sikata, O Kia, Sia Kutia, I Tukoya, I Sokotoya, Iskia. That's interesting. I got like the head of a ram. And like the Ram Collective. It's like, well, that's interesting. So I'll have to explore that too.
I feel like the animals are coming through to make themselves more known to you. I know that you have been guided about working with animals and that you have had some intuitive connections with them in the past. You've heard, you know, when you've like been out in your yard connected to animals. You've done healing for my dog and I believe other pets as well. So I think as our gifts are starting to amp up right now, just like what David was saying earlier, that like with these energies that now it's like our switch is on. So it's like, it's kind of, I feel like they're giving me like a little dial tone, like, you know, when you turn up the volume, you know, like it's been there, but it's been like on 0. And now with the energies up, now the volume's able to turn up. So it's been sitting inside of us, just like your tuner, your volume control on your radio is maybe the radio's on, it's running, it's on, but your volume's on 0. So you can't hear it. So as soon as it starts to go into 4, 5, 6, all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I can hear what's being said. And that same thing is happening to us, that these gifts they've been here, but they've been at 0. Now they're coming up to like 1 and 2. And so we're like, oh, I just saw that, or I just heard that, or I just experienced that. And so when you're saying your light language, and now you're getting these images of these collectives, these animals that are all of a sudden just showing up for you more often, you know, that they're realizing that, oh, she can hear us and she's connecting with us. And so perfect. Like we've been waiting for someone, you know?
Well, it's just like probably about a month ago, I had that dream that had the bear and the lion and was it bear, lion, and tiger in it. And I know when Michelle was channeling Father God, she said that yes, they want to connect with me, right? You know,
Yes.
more actively. And yeah, and I know I you know, I have like an online animal communication class to get certified in that I've been a little behind on getting going with that. So that's something I need to work on. I have like a year to, you know, complete this online course to get certified. But I have had connections with tree beings, with animals, messages from animals and the elementals, of course. And yes, I've communicated to your dog and yep. I've had experience even with my cats and with other animals. So I agree. That seems like maybe it's being dialed up more now that we're at a higher vibration and can handle the
the higher energies and the connection. Mm-hmm. Right.
So I'll definitely be spending some time connecting with all these beings that are coming through tonight. And yeah, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm
It really is.
excited to see what
To
these
see the new. I know,
new
me
connections
too.
are all about. Yeah.
And I'm getting yeah, I'm definitely getting more like activations that are happening, more downloads, and they've been happening the last couple of days. And I've been trying to be like, okay, what's this for? What's this for? And I'm not really hearing anything specific. But that's also when I wrote the Flowing Rivers, my tune entitled Flowing Rivers. A kohiana hakati e tūnu tu utapa a ia ta ko uhiana ka ia hahia ta ka ia ta huiana haia ta hahaia ta hahaia ta ko una hahiana. Ha hihi ti ka ahiana hahoiana haiana ha kahiana hahihi. Ha hihihi ha hauana na ha ta huana na haia ta huiana na ka. Ha tahi huiana ta hahiana ta. Ha hahiana ta kuhuana na ta. Ha hahiana hotuana na ha ta I ta kahuiana. I am the goddess Pele. These energies that are coming through are volcanic size. They're very strong. They're very profound. And they are intense. And this is why you're able to feel them so dramatically right now. I step forward to talk about the energies more than anything, but I'm open certainly to questions. The energies right now, as you have already ascertained, are moving strongly. I feel like I'm repeating myself strongly, intensely. They are flowing. We've been pushing through, and I say we as her guide team, pushing through to her different tonings, different music, and certainly different energies as she is preparing herself to facilitate moving and activating many codes. Many of the light workers will also be going through a purification process. Some of this may be letting go of old positions, friends that you no longer resonate with, relationships that don't seem to really fit anymore. These curiosities of experiences will be stepping forward into the higher frequency, the higher tuning, as Wendy was describing, of the energies are within you. Now you can turn up the volume and listen to them and experience them, because you can hold the volume. Before, you didn't even know there was a knob that you could control to turn up. So as you become more aware of your own capabilities, your own abilities coming online, starting to represent themselves, many, you are experiencing it and discussing it here for others to watch and listen later, but they also will resonate with this information because they will recognize it within their own beings as well. The river flows is spirit way of reminding not just Wendy, but others to allow their river to flow, the river of energy, the river of life. Do not allow it to sit stagnant in one part of your body. It's a perpetual change, letting go of the old, bringing in the new, letting go of the old, bringing in the new, letting go of the old, bringing in the new. Similar to removing the cobwebs from the corners of your rooms. It must be swept away to freshen your energy bodies. Many of the aches and pains that each of you have been experiencing daily, oftentimes, the tiredness. This is your body's recognition of these energies, the sun energies, the molecular structure changing within you to crystalline. And as these energies change, the physical body will feel it. That is what you wanted to experience. Some more than others. Similar to the lava flow, some will experience the red hot poker. Some will experience the yellow molten. Some will experience the cooling turning to ash flow. But these flows are much easier to relate to in terms of water. I encourage you, each of you, on your journey to ask your heart to connect in with your light teams, your guides, your angelics, and ask them for assistance with your own flow. Sit with yourself in quietness, light a candle, meditate with the flame. Watch as the candle melts, the liquidity of the wax. And think of these alchemical changes where the candle wax melting may be a very physical, very chemical change. The alchemy of this type of a change within the power of who you are and how you use energy is significantly stronger and more. And so trust yourself. Your knowing is God consciousness knowing. Trust your knowing. Your guidance is God consciousness guidance. Trust your guidance. Many times the phrase, I think I experienced this, fill in the blank for this. Change your phraseology to, I did experience this. And document what you believe the meaning to be behind that experience. These will start to open up your primal DNA, your starseed dormant seed. Your amaryllis, which has been sitting in the dark and is now exposed to the light to begin to grow and soon to bloom. I thank you. I am the goddess Pele.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Are you taking any questions?
I am, of course, open for questions.
Okay. So it just came to mind when I was speaking light language a little while ago, and I saw a vision of the head of a ram, and I was getting that was like a ram collective possibly, and it reminded me of when I had the dream of Wendy and I going to Ireland, and we were in a helicopter, and it was a feeling like we had made it, or we had reached our dreams, I guess. That kind of feeling that we were arriving at like a big conference center, and that we were kind of the guests of honor, and that, you know, we were sharing our gifts with the world, and we were overjoyed and happy and everything. But when we were in the helicopter flying across these green rolling hills, uh there was like this cliff face, and on top of the cliff face was this you know, 4-star conference center where this conference was going to be. And carved into that cliff face was a ram-headed god and some other like maybe Egyptian gods. And at the time I didn't recognize, like, why would I be seeing this ram-headed god, because I really, and then I tried looking up information about like different cultures that worship like a ram-headed god. So I'm just wondering if maybe that's part of this connection, is maybe connecting with like the Ram collective, or some new collective that I'm not yet aware of, if this is kind of the beginnings of that, and if it's at all connected with us like traveling overseas to Ireland next year.
The Ram Collective has stepped forward to make itself known to you. It is for you to reach out to them to connect more. There is a God with the ram head, and you have a connection with this God. The travel that you will be doing together will grow, and your fortunes will ensue. so many beautiful things coming for you both. And as you know, when you are together with your tribe, that your powers are tenfold, 1,000-fold, 100-fold. As these abilities come on line, it's the easiest way to say it, reactivated, awakened, maybe another way to say it, reawakened. You are to be reminded of this aspect of your vision, the synchronicity of your vision, because you are to know and trust that it is forthcoming. To live your dream, that you are a part of that. That is a part of you. It may even behoove you to, pun intended, to take a trip in a helicopter for the sake of it. To have the experience of being in the helicopter and in the element of that moment, of that vision. Because it's part of your creator manifestation abilities as goddesses, as past gods.
So speaking of goddesses, when I channeled you a few months ago for the first time, I felt your presence on the left side of me, and then I saw like a portal open out of my left corner of my eye, which was the first time anything like that had happened to me. So it kind of surprised me. And then our channeling was very powerful, me channeling you, um, and then it came through where I saw the word Ishil and I saw lightning bolts, and I was asking you in my mind if I was an aspect of Ishil, and you said, no, you are Ishil, you are Ishil, you are Ishil, and you kept repeating that. And so is there anything more that you would like to share about myself as Ishil and that connection? And, you know, if I had a lifetime on the planet as her, or if she was more in the higher realms, if she was actually a human, you know, that had a lifetime on the planet that later was worshipped as a deity, as a goddess, I should say.
As Ishil, as goddess, having the ability to come and go is easily done. The technology available to us outside of this realm is so much different and beyond understanding currently for this realm. It's tried to be pieced together and figured out, but still not quite there. But at the same time, we have influences over the elements as well. It was time for you to know of your self as Isho, just as this one needed to know about herself as Pele. Learning to understand and speak your truth, to tap into the multifariousness of who you are as a dimensional being, existing in many lives and many dimensions and many planes all at once. So as you broaden your knowledge and your memories come back, this is when you'll start to experience more of a clarity and an understanding. So the portal being opened in your left side, it was a balancing, and you're reopening your own connection to yourself.
Wonderful, wonderful information. Thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings.
I will go now and leave you with my blessing.
Yeah, if you can help Wendy and I with the upgrades or transmutations that we're both currently going through of old energies, and to transmute them, release them, whatever is needed, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. Uhoenya aka I hati kuhuiana uhuinaka I taha huiana ha to huia ha huia raka hahiana nara ha huana naba a hahi huwa mahai ush ha kuhuana ha ha wa yeah wa yeah hoenya kwa iya kwa iya awa iya. I sent a clearing, and the dragon Pele also wanted to step forward and join her blessing and healing with the fire breath and the dragon claw. So accept these energies. Breathe them in. And we thank you, and we'll continue to connect with you for this work that you do. Our blessings to you.
Blessings. Namaste.
Okie dokie.
That was really good.
So that whole time, like up my spine was just like heat. And it was just moving. So not like how the Kundalini energy moves like this, but it was just like up my spine, like just in the whole thing. Like if this was my spine, it would have been like around the spine.
Like a volcano rising, the magma rising.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining, and thank you for Wendy channeling Pele. That was pretty awesome. So yeah, great information as always. So anything else you want to add? I
have nothing else to add. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yes. And of course, reach out if you have any questions. You can watch us here on YouTube, but we also post them to our Facebook group. So if you haven't found our Facebook group, please go and look for us there. It's also channeled Illuminations. So yes, exactly. Same name. All right. Yes, bye, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye.